Communication becomes convenient, enjoyable, and cheaper when you have the best application in your hand. The Pro Global Social Media app gives you access to free global communication and networking. With the D Pro Global Social Media app, you can do live video chat, live audio calling, live text messaging, live group video and audio conferencing. Not only that, you also do fast sharing, creating and posting to your story, post engagement with emojis, and more. The Depot Global Social Media app does in-app purchases, in-app searching, storytelling. The app also allows you to create video, audio, text, and internet link posting. Get the best app today with 100% data security and end-to-end encryption. Add customization and privacy settings to the Depot Global Social Media app and enjoy 24/7 endless communication. Download the Depot Global Social Media app on Google Play Store and Apple Store and enjoy endless communication. Visit our website on www.dpro-idb.com or email us at info@dpro-idb.com. Dpro Global Social Media app, making communication easier. Made with ginger, coconut water, natural juice flavor, vitamins and minerals is Muncie Power Drink. Muncie Power Drink helps reduce high blood pressure, get rid of toxins, help improve children and adult memory. It also helps the body fight effects of excess sugar. Muncie Power Drink has no added sugar, no artificial flavors, and all natural ingredients. It is a healthy drink for just everybody. It has 4 natural juice flavors: pineapple, mango, strawberry, and turmeric. For wholesale or retail purchase, visit major supermarkets across Monrovia and its environs. If you are outside Monrovia, you can do your purchase at Kakata Supermarket and Ataro Business Center in Ganta. You can also visit our store on the Oro, right next to the American School. For more information, call us on 0770 307 572 or 0776 580 730. Muncie Power Drink, not just your regular energy drink. Do you care to know why thousands of people have switched from using oil-bomb paint to using Une Zize quality paint? Zize quality paint is a high-quality American non-hazard latex paint that doesn't fade or peel off your walls when applied. Zize quality paint comes in variety of colors that you can choose from. We even customize our customers' paint based on their request just to satisfy their desire. Stop by at any of our 3 branches at Police Academy Junction opposite NP Fueling Station, Baptist Seminary opposite Highway Gas Station, and St. Paul Bridge opposite Michael Plaza. Zize quality paint can be used for both interior and exterior painting works. Customers living overseas can pay through Zelle on 217-720-8858. You can contact us via cell numbers 0777 366 142 or 0770 496 273 or +121 772 08858. Think Zize, think quality.
Spicy love, what's next?
Allen Bernard International, or ABR, is a management consulting firm with a team of consultants and associates who focus on growing and transforming home healthcare agencies, nonprofits, and small businesses in other industries as well as individuals. Our services include ABR Business Support Services, ABR Accounting and Tax Services, and ABR Anti-Money Laundering Compliance Services. At ABR, we bring to each assignment dedication and commitment, experience and skills, performance-based process, integrated solution teams, and client relations. For more inquiries on our services, call phone number 469-378-3955. That's Allen Bernard International, or ABR, transforming business through ideas.
Man, people, have you heard the news? Okay, Sika Motors has declared this month of March as Toyota Month. which means Sika is offering free diagnosis on all Toyota and Mitsubishi vehicles with a discount service cost. Isn't it good news? With our trained professional technicians and service advisors handling your vehicle, a peace of mind is ensured. Rush now and make your way to Sika Motors, Yuan Drive, Sale Town, Bourgeois Island.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure, and start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Welcome to the program. Today is the 10th day of March 2023. The time in Monrovia, Liberia is 10:28. The time in Delaware is 5:28. I want to say good morning to you, good afternoon, good evening. It depends where you are. What's up, guy?
Well, I'm doing pretty well. It's good to be with you this morning on the show.
Yeah, same here. So we didn't do the show the day before yesterday. It was Decoration Day. I'm sure those of you who have followed the show for some time now should know that the Costa Show does not come to you on Liberian holidays. We do not do the show. So Decoration Day was a holiday, so that's why we didn't come on. Yesterday, I just was not mentally okay to come on. It wasn't that I was sick or anything of the sort, but Baka did a great job. I just couldn't make it. I woke up when my alarm went off, but I just couldn't get out of bed to come and join him to do the show. We are very, very glad to be here. I would like to start, Baka, with a very interesting story, and it's got to do with there are some people here who would be like, oh yeah, that doesn't make sense. That is not the case. Whatever. But that's what I believe. Now, Baka, a few days ago, Brazil, which is where my father was born. I've got relatives there in Brazil. And Brazil had a parade, a carnival. I mean, they put on a show. I mean, the Brazilians love carnivals. They put on a spectacular show every time. But this year's carnival was a different one. This year, my cousins there in Brazil decided to do a carnival celebrating Satan, the devil. I mean, they put on a spectacularly demonic, antichrist, satanic carnival. I mean, they had all kinds of costumes they wore. They had people dressed, with horns, and people dressed looking like the devil. I mean, you can imagine what kind. And they had this gentleman dressed like Jesus, only in just a robe covering his genital area, and then the devil, someone dressed like the devil, and beating Jesus Christ. Okay.
Look at it.
Yeah, worshiping the devil. I mean, like, they put on a big show celebrating the devil. Guess what happened, okay, the very next day? The very next day, a powerful natural disaster struck. Massive flooding. Dozens of people have died. Dozens more will probably die. Have you ever seen a natural disaster happen to a country and everybody is celebrating it? Thank you, Lord. When you watch that thing, now whether you are a Muslim, whether you are a Christian, doesn't matter. They were celebrating the devil. My Brazilian cousins put on a spectacular show to celebrate the devil and mocking Jesus Christ. You know the first thing that happened before the flood struck? There is a massive statue of Jesus Christ at a, like I would say, perched somewhere on the side of a mountain. That huge statue is a gigantic statue of Jesus Christ. Here's what happened before the floods came. A powerful lightning struck from the top. The statue of Jesus standing like this, with his arms stretched out.
Open up.
Yes. At night, the night before the floods came, a powerful lightning that could be seen from many miles away struck the top of that statue of Jesus Christ. Day broke in the morning, you boy. They flawed. I have no empathy for my Brazilian cousins whatsoever. I don't feel sorry for them. Not at all. You do not. Look, sometimes, it's one thing to say, yeah, you don't believe in God, whatever. But I'll tell you this. When you do that sort of thing, sometimes even God will not even tell the angels, go and teach them a lesson. Sometimes the angels themselves will say, enough is enough. It's all over social media. Look, the thing, you can see the thing is not natural. God just, like one of those angels in heaven just got angry and said, floods, hit them hard. How dare you mock God? Now, they are not saying God does not say so. They are putting on a show and celebrating the devil. And God said, I will teach you all a lesson. Oh, I enjoyed that. Oh, several of my cousins have been found dead. I am not weeping. I am not weeping at all. Be not deceived. Yes, he said, God is not mocked. Who are you to put on a show celebrating the devil? Is it not enough that people are turning away from God, that you would go and put on a show to celebrate the devil over the Lord, God, our maker? Everybody is offended, and not just Christians, but Muslims alike. They are just offended. Oh, you're asking why the statue was destroyed? No, the statue was not. The lightning struck the statue of Jesus Christ. That was a sign. And that God said, I'm coming for you. I enjoy that. Yeah. And some people will say, it's just a natural disaster. It's just a coincidence. Coincidence? Go read the Bible. What did God do to the people of, which country was that? When he turned everybody into a pillar of salt. All the people who turned and looked, and he turned Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah. God still sits on his throne. Do not mock him. Do not mock him. I just wanted to make that point, Bogey. And Bogey, find some time. You're on TikTok. Find some time.
I'm watching it right now. I'm watching it right now on YouTube.
Very good. See what God did to those Sanama Swan in Brazil. How dare you mock God? All right. So we're going to move on to other things here. This morning, our guest, Honorable Wilfred Urey, the political leader, of our party, the ALP, will be on the show this morning as our guest. We'll speak on a host of national issues. You all know Honorable Urey does not frequently come out to speak, but whenever he does, there are lots of things, lots of interesting things he has to say. And so we look forward to having him join us. We're hoping that we can get him in video, which should be even more fantastic than just audio. So we look forward to that. Teves is telling me that there's so much excitement in my voice this morning. Yes, Teves. You know, when I see people who are mocking and thinking that they can insult my God and my God strikes them down, it just reassures me of my faith in God, that He exists. Yes, living God, the one and only, the God that we all worship, Christians, Muslims, you name it, that one God. Yes, that is what. I just, my man, as I was watching the thing, my man, have you seen God in action, Waka, and you just happy? You say, yeah, my papa there. He not sleeping. How dare you? Yes, but Honorable Urey will join us this morning as our guest. We hope to have him via video this morning. Honorable Benani Urey, the political leader of the All Liberian Party. We'll speak to him on a whole host of issues. You don't want to miss this interview. It will be very, very interesting. You don't want to miss it, of course, you know, whenever he comes on. We will also talk about the yesterday the opposition, a cross section of opposition political parties, okay, came together and they signed. They came together, signed a joint resolution. The Unity Party, the Liberty Party, ACOP, the MDR,
MPC,
NPC of Simeon Freeman, and a number of other political parties. They all came
Rainbow
together.
Coalition.
The ALP were also listed, and they all came together and they signed a resolution calling, basically, they presented a petition to the national legislature, and they had a press conference presenting a resolution to the national legislature. And then I'm sorry, Councillor Tiawan Gonglo's party as well, the LPP, Liberia People's Party, and they presented a petition to the national legislature in which they condemned the provisional results of the census, the national population census, the controversial, infamous census that was dogged by all kinds of reports of blunders and corruption and all kinds of things. And so the political parties believe that the census, which is very cardinal, very quintessentially important to the upcoming general and presidential elections, the census was incredible. And so they are calling for the census report to be rejected. That's what the opposition political parties are calling for. Now, in principle, this is a fantastic thing, Wakai. We've talked about this, right? We sat here many days, you and I, pushing them to do something like this, what they've done. And but it must be noted that my party, the ALP, ever since issued a statement, it was way ahead. That's one of the things that we're going to ask, that we're going to be asking Honorable Urey this morning. The ALP was listed on that resolution that was issued yesterday and presented to the legislature, but the ALP did not sign the resolution. So we want to know why the ALP did not sign. But of course, the ALP had previously, much earlier, issued a very strongly worded position statement on what we all know to be a fraudulent census report. Those numbers from the southeastern part of the country, the southeast is historically has a small, significantly smaller populations in those southeastern counties, and for those numbers to be predominantly as inflicted as we believe they were now, it's just unacceptable. So that's one of the things that we're going to be talking about this morning with Honorable Benani Urey when he joins us later on in the program. Also, I got word yesterday that former Chief Justice Gloria Scott was invited to the police station yet again, and there was talk that she might be arrested, and she wasn't. I just didn't believe that she was going to be arrested. I mean, because I was struggling to see what could possibly be a legitimate basis for her arrest. Bwaga, did you hear that she was going to be arrested? But it turned out she was not arrested.
Yeah, I saw several posts on social media that she was going to be arrested, but she went there and she was not arrested. So that's just how it ended.
But here is what I would like to know. Here is what I would like to know. Okay. Why do they keep dragging this woman there? What hasn't she already said? Is she a suspect or what? Let them just tell us. Are they treating Gloria Scott as a suspect in the home invasion at her house, her residence, and the tragic murder of her daughter? What is she? Let them just tell us.
Costa, yesterday I spoke about it on the show. The family will have to be proactive in giving us the information, meaning every step that they take with this government, they should let the public know that this is where we are and this is what we have done. This is the information we have provided to the Liberian National Police. Remember, the last time the police went at their house, when they conducted an interview with the occupants in a house, they should have letting the public know how many hours the police went there for, on what days the police went there for, and what all they gathered from them. I'm saying this because, Costa, you are dealing with the Liberian National Police, and they have a motive already in this particular case. So when the family just sit quietly and informing the public,
the motive is to protect Jefferson Koji.
Yes, and not be informing the public, it becomes a problem on anything that the police come up with. So they have to allow us to every step that they take along with this particular justice system in our country here, or the police, they should let us know that this is where we are. That's just what I want for them to be doing. Because
Baga, let's be fair though. Haven't they been very forthcoming with updating us on the ongoing so-called investigation into what happened? I mean, they've been issuing press releases on a need-to-do basis, updating us on every step along the way, everything that's happened so far. I mean, to their defense, I might be wrong. There might be some details that they've left out that they haven't as yet told us about, but I would think that so far they have been very generous in sharing the information.
Yeah, Costa, they've been sharing the information, but since the police went at their house, they haven't informed the public on what happened there. Yeah, they are not the one to be doing it, but to save or to let the public know that this is what's happening, because the police that you are dealing with, like I said, they have a motive already. So you should be on top of your game to let the public know that this is where we are. Before they come up with something tomorrow, before you come up with a rebuttal, it's already late. You should be ahead of them in giving all the information.
I don't disagree with you, Walker, but I have a question. I mean, I've already asked this question. I mean, I'm going to ask it again. Who is Gloria Scott in this thing? Is she still a victim, or is she now a suspect? Because the way I see it, Gloria Scott is being treated as a suspect by the Liberian National Police. That's because, let me tell you something. When the police come, when you call the police to your house or wherever you are, and you report an incident that you were attacked, the police comes, they take your statement, or they invite you to their station, and they will let you go. If they need anything else, they will let you go. But they're not going to hold you for hours. Look at the last time. Do you know how long Gloria Scott was held at Central? Gloria Scott was held beyond the normal time, reasonably normal period of time that a victim would be held for. I mean, a victim is only supposed to cooperate with law enforcement to aid them, to assist them in the discharge of their duties, which supposedly should be aimed at finding the perpetrators. You know what I'm trying to say? That is the duty of the victim, to help the police to seek out and identify the perpetrators. But to hold the victim in custody, sort of, what appears to be you're holding them for hours, and that the victim would have to go with their lawyer. Well, not one lawyer, but several lawyers. So what is going on here? What are they telling us?
Even at their house, Costa, the police spent close to 6 hours. 6 hours at their home. According to them, they were investigating. So these are some of the things, these are some of the questions now we are seeing on social media from the government and the government run media institution. What they are saying now, according to the former Chief Justice, she pepper sprayed the person that went at her house that night. They are asking, where is the can of the pepper spray? That's the first thing, that's the question that they are asking. Then they are saying, with the look or the strength of the former Chief Justice, she doesn't look like somebody that is able to pepper spray another person. So those are the propaganda now they are bringing up.
Anybody can pepper spray. My son Henry Jr., who is 7 years old, can pepper spray somebody. What do you mean by she doesn't look like she can pepper spray? Is Gloria Scott?
Because they say she doesn't have strength. That's what they are saying.
What? Do her hands don't work? Huh? What do you mean she ain't got the strength?
Yeah, her hands do work.
What kind of nonsense are they talking about? Talking about she ain't look like somebody that can pepper spray. You know, when they start sounding like that, they just tell you right off the bat that they are not credible. That they are up to no good. Talk about being look like she can pepper spray. Did they ever take Valitele to go carry him to an eye doctor? What do you call them? An ophthalmologist to say, "Can let go examine your eyeball and see what are they think that your eyeball, you see, it hurting you, it red, and what it made your eyeball red." Did they ever do that? What would they have taken them to take Valitele to get his eyes examined? Eh? And guess what? A good optician or ophthalmologist would have been able to determine whether it was some kind of foreign agent or whatever that was sprayed in Valitele's eyes. They didn't do that because they don't want to know that. or they do know that, but they don't want us to know that. That's why they didn't take Valitele to do that. They should have taken Valitele to go get examined. Yeah. So I saw the letter the CDC Youth League wrote to the U.S. Embassy and other places, saying that, Boga, you saw it? Saying that I threatened or I made threats on Koji's life. These idiots are foolish. Jefferson Koji, the murderer, Jefferson Koji, you say I threatened his life. And you complaining, you kill her. The witchcraft say, the witchcraft, they men in witch. Are in witch? Are doing witchcraft thing? Jefferson Koji, and all crying fire and say, I threaten his life. I said people will go and commit violence against him and harm him. Foolish boy. Foolish boy. I saw the letter, I just laughed. Let me tell you something. That letter you sent to those people, they just threw it in the dustbin. Can't talk about Jefferson Koji and all talking about I threaten his life. So you see people then writing letter to complain. Foolish people. But we're going to move on to something else here, Bogai. What do you think the Liberian Senate will do? The petition was submitted yesterday by the opposition political parties. What do you think the Senate will do about this petition from the opposition?
Costa, you know, in our country, petitioning the House is one thing, and then they working towards it is another thing. Because even our opposition, the opposition lawmakers in the House are now working in the interest of the opposition. So the government do burden over at any time. So this petition, first of all, we should know that the hands beyond our census, the international partners already agree that the census is on course. The census was okay. We should look at that. So petitioning the legislature, letting them know that the census was not conducted rightly is another thing, because they were asked, are you guys waiting to conduct your own census? And is the opposition waiting to do that? No, they can finance that particular the rerun of the census. Yeah, but Costa, now the thing here is that the international partner already agreed to the particular census, and they are the one that finance it. So this particular petition, they were just like dash it somewhere, and not will come out of Costa. We'll go by the scene result like him. Nothing, no be done about it.
That's true. I agree with you. I mean, but it doesn't mean that what the opposition parties did yesterday was not the right thing. It was a good effort. Only that effort will not yield any favorable results. But it was a good thing that at least we're on record, right? We have gone on a record, and we have made our case, our position clear that the census, we do not accept the census as being credible, and we believe that the census, those figures, especially from the southeastern parts of the country, do not reflect the actual population in that part of the country. So yeah, we agree, but do we expect the government to do something about it, to say, okay, based on what everybody in the opposition, well-meaning Liberians are saying, we're going to discard the census report and do something else? No, that is not likely. That is not likely at all. But I also know, Baga, when you said the international community, but you're talking about the UNFPA, I haven't read, have they put a statement on the census? I haven't, but I know that people in the diplomatic circles are not happy, are not impressed, and do not find this census report as being credible. No, they are not happy at all. So that's what I know. And but again, I will say it was a good effort. It was a very good effort by the opposition community to do what they did yesterday, because the census, the thing about it is this, folks: the government did not fabricate or manipulate those figures for nothing, especially in the Southeast. They did not inflict those figures for nothing. There is an overarching objective. There is a goal here. Their goal is to inflict those figures in those parts, in that part of the country, the Southeast, a part of the country that historically has a much smaller population than other parts of the country, like the Western Liberia or Central, Northern Liberia. And they know that that part of the country is their stronghold. CDC wins in those counties overwhelmingly. So, and we anticipated this. We had said that this would happen. Hold on there, Bwaga. Just let me.
Okay, so while we're talking about this particular census, I'm just trying to give Costa a link from the UNFPA, their position on this particular census. Let me see if I can send it to him.
UNFPA, Bwaga, they sat on there. They sat on there, and they saw the process. They The process was not credible at all. All the issues surrounding the census that just basically rendered the entire process as fraudulent. They didn't say anything. We all knew that the census would not be credible from the very get-go. The corruption, the fact that most people were not counted, or not, I wouldn't say most, but I mean a great many people were not counted, and they didn't do anything about it. You know, so at this point they're gonna tell us that look, the international system, you gotta be careful with them. The same way the UNICEF people, was it UNICEF? No, it was which organization was that? The $30 million that we borrowed for the COVID food relief program. You remember?
Was it WFP? No.
WFP, the World Food Program. Didn't we see what they did? WFP.
Yeah. WFP.
Yeah. WFP was the implementing partner. And the reason why they were selected as the implementing partner is because WFP is supposed to have the capacity, the infrastructure, the expertise to do food distribution. That is something that they are supposed to be the best at, right? So WFP was given the money by the government to do the food distribution. And what did WFP do? And they paid them. WFP was paid a few $1 million to do the food distribution. Or they said they didn't consider that as pay. It was to facilitate that facilitation fee or whatever they call it. But most people did not see a grain of rice or a drop of oil or one bean, one kidney bean. I say bag of beans or just one bean, one unit. No, most people did not see. And then the government went and wrote a report and said, oh yeah, the food distribution went on very well. Most people received. How many people did they say received? About what, 3 million people. You remember?
Yeah.
They said 3 million people benefited from the food distribution. I don't trust these international organizations. I don't trust them. They've got their own interests. They've got their own agenda. They received money from the government to do the food distribution. We didn't see the food. The country took on additional debt. We borrowed that money from the IMF, $30 million to do COVID relief and household food distribution. We didn't see it. I don't trust them. That's why I've got very little respect for these international organizations, very little faith in them. So you think when UNFPA tells me that that this is what they're doing and it's credible, you think I'm going to trust them?
Yeah, well, Costa, from another standpoint, the WFP was working along with this government, but the UNFPA finance. Let me say, you say through the UNFPA finance the census. So I don't know. I stand to be corrected. Were they paid also to conduct the census, or did the finance took on the initiative to do everything? Because spending your money somewhere and not getting a good result is one thing, and spending your money somewhere and getting the best result is another thing. So WFP was paid to carry on the distribution. So can we say UNFPA were paid to conduct a particular census?
Well, no. Here is what they said. They said WFP said, UNFPA said that they were going to be the ones responsible for, they provided most of the money for the census. That's what they did. And they said they were going to be in charge of disbursing the funds. That's what they said they were going to do. But we saw that the process was not credible from the very get-go, and they were involved throughout. Not once did they raise any issue publicly, at least, with the process. We all knew that the process from the very get-go had already been robbed of the credibility that such a process should have. And so we already lost faith in it. And so FPA and WFP and all those people, I don't trust them, Waka. This is what the people do. These international organizations, they are run by human beings who themselves are corrupt, who themselves are prone to being manipulated by the government people for whatever reasons. And so I don't just trust them. So just because UNFPA has issued a statement, giving thumbs up, putting a stamp of approval or validation on these census numbers, doesn't mean that these census numbers are credible. To hell with UNFPA. Eh? To hell with them. Well, you think we're stupid? We're educated people. You can come to our country and basically you're in cahoots with the government, and you want to tell us that what we know our country better than you. We know Grand Jada country ain't got no 216,000 people there. Where are they living? There are 216,000 people. How many new houses have been built in Grand Jada County? And how many new babies were born in Grand Jada County? And you're coming to tell us that their population is now almost 250,000 people. In 14 years, their population grew by what, 88%. You're telling us that Grand Crew grew by what? I mean, River G grew by 86%. All the southeastern countries, they experience exponential growth rates. Are you freaking kidding me? You think we are going to accept that simply because you are UNFPA? We're not going to accept that. But here is what I'm still trying to wrap my head around. How does the government intend, after having inflicted those numbers, how do they intend now? What sort of plan do they have in place to actually translate those inflicted figures into actual votes? I'm still thinking about that. How are they going to do it? It's one thing to say Grand Jada County got 216,000 people. How are you going to be able to say Grand Jada County now had 100,000 registered voters? Because I remember the last time they had what, 67,000 or 50-something thousand people. How are you going to translate those inflected figures into actual registered voters, especially with this biometric process? So you're going to what? Take those invisible numbers, those invisible numbers of 10 to the tune of tens of thousands of people. Honorable Urey will be joining us now. She just successfully. You're going to translate those invisible figures into actual registered voters. My man, I wouldn't allow a lot of magic. But anyway, we'll leave it there. And we'll now go and bring in the political leader of the All Liberian Party, Honorable Bernard Wilfred Urey, who will be our guest this morning on the Costa Show. Honorable Urey, good. He's moving to a better location with better lighting. So stay put there as we. Good. That's a very good spot there. Good morning to you, sir. We lost him, but he's gonna reconnect with us shortly. That's Honorable Bernard Wilfred Urey. We're gonna get him back shortly. So that's the thing, Waka. You can't tell us, these are the numbers, and we should just accept the numbers.
Few Monday I will come up with them. Few districts have been created again. They had divided some other districts, add up some, and creating districts in various counties. I will come up with that on Monday to let you know where and how it was done, from where to where. I will come up with all of them on Monday. But after this census, there have been new districts created in the country.
Well, I think one of the things I wanted to do is that, if you're wondering whether the show is on YouTube, yes, we are live on YouTube, live on TuneIn, live on MindTuner, live on the website. We're all over the place on 6 or 7 platforms. That's one of the things that they could do, Waka. Because according to the Constitution, electoral districting or the creation of electoral districts is informed by the National Population Census data or the numbers, because there should be a threshold. So the justification for creating new districts is that your population has to increase to a certain threshold, to meet a certain threshold for new districts to be created. Then they do the redistricting, you know. So one of the things that they're going to do, they're going to redistrict, they're going to create new districts in those counties. Yeah, even though they may not have the human beings, they don't really have the people to fill those new districts, to justify the creation of those new electoral districts. But they are going to create them anyway. Yeah, that's what they're going to do, because Grand City County, I believe they only had 3 representatives, 3 electoral districts, 2 or 3, because they're small. They don't have a lot of people. But apparently my former in-laws decided that they were going to take 14 years to my people Abraham Katie going to run in one of the invisible districts. People Abraham Katie, when they will create one new district with invisible people. we'll call him Honorable Abraham Katie, representative of the invisible district. And they got invisible park. You know about the first time they named the park, they call it Invisible Park. Not Invincible, but Invisible Park. You can see the park. The Abracadabra Park, you pass there, you can see it. So they will create districts, invisible districts. Look, they got it, I swear. Look, I swear to God. But on a serious level, yeah, Nima County has 9 electoral districts. Nima is large. I mean, Nima is very large. You go to Nima County, you see one Nimba man, one begin 22-year-old. Why your name? My name say Conquest. Say how many children you get? He said, I got 4 wives with 12 children. He's 22-year-old. He already Nimba people, they are prolific. Yes. And you know the interesting things, I have ties to Nimba. My late mother was married to a Nimba man from Saclay, PA. My last 2 siblings, Baka, you know them, Siaka and Sarah. My little sister, Sylvia. Yes, but now we have Honorable Urey. He's having some issues there with his, but I think he's much better now. Good morning, sir. Can you hear
Good morning,
us?
Henry. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, but just good. We just want to be able to see you much better. We can hear you very well, and it's good you can hear us, but just try to position the camera in such a way that we can see you clear. We're sorry for the inconvenience, all the trouble we're putting you through this morning. But you know, it's been a long time since we spoke with you. We're glad to have you this morning. First of all, the census. The ALP was the, if not the first opposition party to speak out on the what we believe to be a fraudulent national census. Let's talk about that, sir. The position of the ALP on the census. What really informed that position?
Well, Henry, first of all, I'd like to thank you for giving me this opportunity to appear on your show this morning. And I would like to say good morning to all the listeners. It's been long since you heard from me, but I'm not a politician who goes from radio station to radio station, you know, talk show to talk show, and trying to make my case. I've made my case over the years, so I don't think that's a need. In regards to the census, it's relatively very clear that this is a bogus piece of material that was created. And this caught our attention because we know, we've read many censuses that have been done all around the world, and it's relatively impossible for one geographic area to increase by over 100%. I mean, it's unbelievable that people who should be educated will misinform the Liberian population the way it has been done. Most importantly, I mean, even if you wanted to inflate the figures, you know, why would you do it so disgracefully? You know, it's a joke.
Very alarming.
It's a joke, you know, and we at the All Liberian Party, we believe that making political decision, one has to do it at the proper time, or the significance of doing it will be lost. And this is exactly what has happened. Right after we read this preliminary report or heard of it, our party immediately went into gear and we put up a statement against it. We had called other political parties whose name I don't want to mention, but as usual, they appeared very slow and nonchalant, on this issue. So look, we made a decision to just go ahead and do what we had to do. And we did it. We issued our press release. We had our media people go on radio stations and they presented, our side of the story. Henry, if you do not make decision at the right time, it will lose its effect. And this is exactly what has happened.
Speaking of that, sir, the joint resolution by a number of political parties that was issued yesterday and subsequently presented to the Liberian Senate, your name as political leader of the ALP was listed on the signature page, but you did not sign on behalf of our party. People are wondering why. Why didn't you sign? Is it because the ALP had already previously, almost immediately upon the release of those provisional results, taken a position, so there was no basis to do that, or you just didn't want to do it with them? What is the issue? Why didn't the ALP sign?
Well, we considered both of what you have said and even more. The first thing is, we did approach them to let's hurriedly come and do this resolution or do this press release and let's move ahead. And look, as usual, they didn't take it serious. And then after 3 or 4 weeks, you call us to sign a press release. That's not how it worked. We are a responsible party and we must be treated that way. You can't call us a few hours before and ask us to attest our signature to a document. No, we have to be a part of the writing of that document. We have to be in concurrence with all the other political parties that have signed the document. And look, we have a responsibility to the Liberian people. We can't arbitrarily go, especially to our party members, and just affix our signature to a document, especially when we had already made our position clear. And the whole world saw the press release from the All Liberian Party. It would be repetitive to go and sign another document with another group of people. The document is good. We support it in the interest of Liberia. And we have always said it's important for all political parties to come together. In fact, quite recently, we went to a meeting with a political party and they clearly stated that they don't want to collaborate. They don't want to collaborate. Well, we believe that to win this election, the Liberian people mandated us to come together. Okay, form a coalition to ensure that we defeat the ruling party come October of this year. We tried the first instance. It didn't work. It didn't work because we didn't want it to work. It didn't work because people took the opportunity to try to manipulate the whole process to ensure that it go their way. Look, we came out clearly and we told the Liberian people that this was not acceptable to us. And we, as a people who are not afraid of anything or anybody, we stood up for the Liberian people. And we're going to continue to do that, Henry. Nobody will take the place of Liberia to our political party. Liberia comes first.
Sorry, folks. We're having some connection issues with Honorable Urey. He's gonna somebody might be disturbing his line. We hope to get him back shortly. We have a lot of things to ask him, to talk to him about. You heard what he said. The reason the ALP didn't sign yesterday was not because it does not support the statement that was put out yesterday. He said the statement that was put out by those opposition parties was a good statement. And I agree with him. It's a statement that we support. But he said it was just not necessary for the ALP to sign it was moot. Because
Henry, can you hear me? I think I'm back.
Yeah. Loud.
Yeah.
Proceed.
Can you hear me now?
Loud.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, we can.
Can you hear me, Henry?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, and so we made a decision, that we will remove from the collaboration, and we promised the Liberian people that we'll come together as another group, to ensure that we defeat the ruling party in October. We made that promise. And I want the Liberian people to know that we have tried with all efforts from our party and people with like thinking to ensure that we get together in a collaboration to defeat the ruling party. And that effort was supported initially by Ambassador Joseph Neiman Boycott and some members of the Unity Party. We got together with like-minded political party, and we started what is called the Democratic Alliance of Liberia, with the hope that we will do as was mandated to us by the Liberian people. Unfortunately, we'd like to inform the Liberian people that we have not been successful. And we want to assure the Liberian people that we are committed towards coming together. But we must come together in good faith. We must come together in the interest of Liberia and our international partners, and not in the interest of one or two persons and the desire to hold political office in this country. Henry, you are aware, because we've had this discussion before, and my entire political party knows where I stand.
Mm-hmm.
As a politician, one should never say they only want one position or they will not hold a position. That is why we have remained mute. But you can attest to it, and other members of my political party. And in fact, at the convention, at our national convention in Bangan, we made it clear that it was time for young people to take on the mantle of authority in our political spheres in Liberia. We encourage the political leader of the Unity Party, Ambassador Boycott, to ensure that his choice for the vice president be a young person who can join him in moving the country forward. We also acting at our convention. To decrease the tenure of the presidency to 4 years. And if he's interested in Liberia, it must start from him to ensure that we don't continue what was started. But we also made it clear that we are not interested in any vice presidency of Liberia. We made it clear, and we want to use this opportunity to to say it to all the Liberians that we are not interested. But considering what we have done in the political affairs in Liberia, our party must have a leading role in that decision. No one party owns Liberia. No one party will ever be able to get everything in Liberia again. Gone are the days of the True Party. We must realize that Liberia is owned by everybody, including every political party. So let me put to rest the fear of people that, oh, Bernard Ayew want to be vice president. That's not it. That I do not care to be. What I want is for the former vice president to pick a competent person that can assist him. And in the instance where he's not around, take the leadership of this country and move our country forward. Liberia deserves much better than what she has. And we're committed to fighting for Liberia. You know, when people, never in my lifetime have I seen the position of vice president being campaigned for. You know, I've never seen that. Where in the world do you campaign to be somebody vice president? You don't. But what is annoying is that when people allow this to continue, they lower the bar for the vice presidency. Has been lowered to the point where no real meaningful Liberian will want it. You know, so, and you know, again, decisions have to be made, and they must, and all, you know, all the people involved has to be a part of the decision making, not one person or one group. Liberia is for everybody. No matter what tribe you come from, no matter what your social or economic status, you have a place in this process. But the process must be done, and we must ensure that the right person is selected to be the vice president of any group, whether it's Joseph Neiman Boyka, Alexander Cummings, T1 Gonglo, of any of those. They must tell the Liberian people now who are they carrying as a vice president. We deserve it. We're 7 months from election, and we still have not heard that. This decision is too crucial to be delayed anymore. So we hope that not only Alex Cummings, T1 Gonglo, but also Joseph Neiman Boyka, he has to make the decision, and we have to move forward. But I want the Liberian people to know, approximately 5 years ago, I came up and announced that I didn't have any more. I was not going to attest the presidency again. And there was rumors all around, oh, he's going to be vice president for Joe Boyka. He wants to be vice president. I announced at that point in time that I supported Joe Boyka, and I still do support him today. But we must remember that Liberia comes before any individual, and we must all be committed to Liberia first, and then our choice for the presidency and vice presidency. But let it be known that we have no desire to be vice president. But considering what we've done and where we stand in Liberia, you know, we must have a say in it. And Henry, you know, I want to say one thing before I leave. Oh, people talking, oh, we got the numbers, we got the numbers, we got the numbers. I want the world to know, and I challenge anybody to challenge me, that the results of the election in 2017 were not the real results. Those numbers were dictated by people. They were manipulated. So nobody must feel in this country that the numbers they got were the actual numbers. These numbers were dictated. So nobody must feel it got so so big of a saying in the political fears of this country because of the results in 2017. They were not the actual results. Those elections were rigged. Go ahead, Henry.
Honorable Urey, thank you very, very much. Waka, you like to ask a question? I mean,
Yeah, Mr. Urey, I want to come in.
So ask a question so he can answer.
Yeah, Mr. Urey, you keep saying that you don't have interest in becoming a vice president, but you want to be a voice maker. You want somebody, you know, that you think you can put forth. Is there anybody in the ALP apart from you? Is there anybody wishing to be a vice president to Joseph Boakai that is in the ALP?
Boyka, again, you know, they have politicized the vice presidency so much until you, our younger children, are beginning to not understand what is the vice president. Look, it's not whether I want somebody or not. The vice president position is something that is given constitutionally to the president to decide who he wants for his vice president. True. It's not something, it's not whether I want it or you, Boycott, want it or Henry Costa want it. It's what the vice president wants. And we all must respect his choice. You know, it's important that we all respect his choice. And people must realize that it's not something you can force him to do. It's not something you can campaign. If the whole Liberia say they want Boycott Kamara to be vice president to Joseph Boycott, and Joseph Boycott doesn't want him, it's insignificant. Joseph Boycott would choose who he wants. No amount of campaigning, no amount of talk show, no amount of rallies will help it. It's a decision by Joe Boycott. Exactly. And look, what I'm saying to you, Boycott, is that we've been in the gutters. In fact, we've received more criticism than even Joe Boycott and his party because of our support to him. Okay, we fought this battle. Even among Unity Party, when they didn't see the vision that Joe Boycott could be president, we saw it. And all these people who are running now and claiming, but after the first round during the 2017 election, most of them went to CDC. Then elected Joseph Boycott. We stood there with him. We started a coalition there to ensure that we win the second round. They went against us. They went against us. Most of them went to the CDC. Most of them fought for CDC, but we stood with Joseph Dima Boycott. We fought. When Unity Party partisans didn't see any future in Joe Boycott, we saw it, and we fought for him. We went on, we devoted all our efforts. Radio station, talk shows, newspaper, in supporting Joseph Neiman Boycott. So we're saying we must have a seat at the table. I don't want to be
And
vice president.
Okay. Honorable Urey, thank you very much. Baga, you got any last question before we let him leave?
yeah, yeah, and you know what I keep stressing on this seat. He keeps saying, "Sit at the table." My question is, should this seat come from the All Liberian Party,
That is
or
not what
it should
he said, Baga. That is not what he said. What Honorable Urey said is that when you ask him, he just said that it is the constitutionally given right or prerogative of the candidate to choose his running mate. Nobody can dictate to him or her who to carry. However, the input of the ALP needs to be made because of our support for the former vice president across the years. That's what he said. That is what he said. So I don't think there's any point to ask that question again. But if you have another question, you may ask Honorable Urey before we take leave of him.
Yeah, Mr. Urey.
But Henry, if he doesn't, go ahead, Buckeye.
Yeah, the document yesterday. I don't know if you are one of those that crafted that document. I was submitted to the national.
No, Buckeye. He just said he did not. I don't know where you were, but he did not.
All right. Okay. So we can go ahead because.
Yeah. So, but let me just re-echo that, Buckeye. He said the ALP was not a part of crafting it. We didn't see it. We were only called to go and sign it. That's what he said. However, he said it's a good document. The party supports it because that's something the party had already previously done. We had already put out a statement. So we cannot be against it, even though we were not part of crafting it, but it's a good document. And that is the position of our party. Honorable Urey, I want to thank you very much. And thank you for indulging the inconvenience to come on this morning and speak to us. We really appreciate it. Let's hear your parting comments, sir. Hello? Honorable Urey, can you hear us? We want to hear his parting comments before we go to the phone lines. Hold on there, folks. He's trying to. He already addressed that one, guys. So it's a good document. Like I said earlier on when we came on, it's a good document, and we support it 100%. But we had already issued a position on that particular subject because the ALP was pushing our partners to issue that thing, but it took too long. So the ALP went out on its own and put out their own statement. Okay, we have him back here. Honorable Urey, thank you very much. So we want to thank you for coming on this morning and all the trouble we put you through. And we want to give you, please give us a parting comment, sir.
Henry, look, I want to appeal to the Liberian people. This election is no joke, Henry. We have to get serious. We have a bogus census that was done. Henry, I don't see why by now there's not a campaign going on, maybe saying, I did not vote. And if we get 1 million plus person to come out and sign a document to say that they were not counted. I was not counted. If we can get 1 million persons to come out and prove to the world that they were not counted, obvious they have to throw this census out. We're not doing what we should do. We should now be organizing a campaign where people will sign out to say that they did not vote. I keep saying vote. Let me correct that. That they were not counted.
Sorry we lost Honorable Urey there. We're very, very sorry we lost him again. Connection trouble. Estella, you're saying that I'm cutting Boakai off. The man already addressed the issue about the document. From the very beginning of the
Costa,
show.
can I finish up, please?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, you may.
Henry?
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir. You can finish up.
If we get 1 million persons in Liberia to sign a petition that they were not counted, okay, definitely the whole census has to be thrown out. Look, we have to be more forceful. We have to be more aggressive. If we're not, we'll find ourselves in the same position we're in come 2024. We must organize ourselves. We must be strong, and we must be proactive. If we fail to do that, we'll hold nobody but ourselves. I want to use this opportunity to appeal to the Liberian people. We must unite, we must be strong, and we must fight for our rights. And we're going to continue to pray for our country. And we ask everybody to join us in this struggle to liberate our country.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. Honorable Benana Urey there, the political leader of the All Liberian Party. Now, when Honorable Urey came on, the very first thing he talked about was, he started off by talking about the census and the document. And apparently Boakai was not paying attention. But if you all were paying attention, you must have heard him talk about that. He said the document is a good document, but the ALP did not sign it because there was no point in signing it, because the ALP had already issued a position before the other parties did. Now, how many people didn't hear that? Boakai asked the question, and he wanted to ask the question again. And I felt like there was no need to.
Yeah, of course, I understand your point. What I was trying to ask is that, we are talking about major opposition political parties in our country. And he said he was not one of the crafters of the document. So my question was directly going to go to the crafter of the document. Why is it that the CPP is not part of this process? Because
what
if
we have to do with that? But the man just told you that he didn't craft. He was not part of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I just left my question, because I want to know why is it that they are not part of this? Because this is about the Nigerian people.
That question not for him, because he said to you and to all of us that he was not a part of crafting the document. They only called him to go and sign it. And he said, so there's no point in signing something that I didn't even craft. He said, he said that. Why would I sign a document that you didn't even tell me about? I would not. I'm sorry. I would not. I would not. But the ALP had already issued a position statement on the same matter. So, and we support that document. But there's no point in signing it when we're not even aware. That's his point. And I agree with his point. I agree with his point, Boakai. We were not part of drawing the document up. So we can't sign something we were not part of drawing up. But that doesn't mean it's a bad document. When we came on the show this morning, one of the first things I said was that it's a good document. We support it. And you and I talked about it, and we said we don't expect the Senate or the Liberian legislature to do anything about it. That's what we said. Yeah. But did you know that we were not part of crafting it? We were not part of crafting it. That's why we didn't sign it. Because people want to know why the ALP didn't sign it. Because the ALP is the only party that didn't sign it. We didn't know about it. They broke in the morning, they called Mr. Urey to go and sign a document. If somebody called you in the morning to sign a document you didn't know anything about, would you go sign it?
No, you have to read through the document and know what's.
No. And I'm going to read through the document. You are as a leader of a political party. If your political allies call you to go and sign a document that you were not a part of, they didn't tell you anything about, would you go and sign it? Let me ask the people. Let's ask the people. If your political allies, or people who are supposed to be your political allies, drew up a document that they didn't tell you about, and they call you in the morning to say, come sign it so we can issue it, would you go sign it? Let's put it to a vote. Yes or no? Would you go and sign it? Let's go vote. And we'll take some calls too. If your political allies drew up a document and did not tell you anything about it, and day breaks in the morning, they call you, my man, meet us on Broad Street. Let's be fair now. We want to sign the document. What kind of document? Oh, we're issuing a statement on this. Oh, would you go sign it? Everybody says no. Everybody is saying no. Everybody saying no. The people are voting. Oh, that not me influencing them. Oh. You are in a political party. If you decide to do something, you tell everybody ahead of time. You send in the draft. Okay? Man won't issue the document here. Get the draft here. Look at it and make your input. This is the way it is done. Some people tell me there's not something to put on the air. This is the problem with you Liberian people. Everything must keep it hush hush. The man is the political leader of a party. People are concerned why he did not sign the agreement. The document. He should not speak to it. We support the document in principle, but my leader was right to not sign it. What did I just say? We support the document, but we were right to not sign it. That's it. Next time you call us in advance, you share it with us, we review it, we discuss it before we sign it. It is as simple as that. The document is good. Now, the other issue Mr. Urey talked about, campaigning to be vice president. Have you seen that before, Baka?
No, nobody campaigned to become vice president.
But are you not saying that today?
Yes, it's happening now. A lot of people go about campaigning not to be vice president. And I don't know this when that started.
The vice president decision is a right that is reserved to the candidate. The candidate alone. Yes, the candidate may consult his people, but the candidate cannot be dictated to as to who he makes his VP. And also, for you to go and make it look like you can use the public or campaign to use the public to influence yourself being selected vice president is wrong. I want something from my man, Bwaka Kamara. Instead of coming to ask the man directly, I go to the public and start telling everybody, say, oh, my people, y'all please tell Bwaka, you must give me that thing here. Y'all tell him, you must give me that thing here. No, it is not right. That's not how it should be. So you see what you're doing to me, Bwaka? Suppose I won't give you that thing. Bwaka, just listen to this. Suppose the thing you want me, or the thing I want you to give me, I do not want to give it to you. Instead of asking me for it, first, to know whether I want to give it to you or not, I run to the public and start telling all the people say that me, they must give it to. You see? So that is the point. And people
Costa, let's look at it this way. Going into an agreement, because political parties are coming together to fund a collaboration. So going into this agreement, some parties come with a fixed mind that, yes, we are coming to this collaboration, but this is what we want. Some parties put forth their demands. And if the other parties see it necessarily that they want to work along with you, yes, they're good about working on. Some will kind of say, all right, like for the NPP or other parties, they told the CDC probably that, oh, we want our candidate to be the vice president to George Weah. So now this is the Unity Party, ALP, and other opposition political party. were there any agreement in such that Ambassador Boakai should be left alone to do his selection to somebody that will serve as vice president to him, or this is the agreement that we are going into? The ALP will bring forth a vice presidential candidate to the Unity Party.
No. There is no such agreement.
Okay.
JMB should be left alone to decide who he wants for a VP. And nobody should campaign for VP. Openly campaigning for VP is wrong. In fact, it makes me not trust some of the people that are campaigning. And there are a lot of people doing it. There's nothing wrong with reaching out and engaging. In fact, that's the right way. Okay? People reach out and put themselves forward and say, look, I want to be VP. This is what I can bring to the table. This is what I can do to help the campaign. Because, of course, you got to be able to bring things to the table. You got to be able to mobilize resources. Votes alone cannot win win election. Money and votes, popularity. So the point is, people should have the right to go and say what they want from JMB. That they're right. Mr. Urey already said he does not want to be VP. At least he has said it today. I'm going to do a post after the show so everybody can know that the political leader of the All Liberian Party has said very clearly that he does not want to be vice president. He has said it. And how many times did he say it, Boga? He said it several times that he does not want to be VP. That's very good. Now, the point that we're making is, Boga, don't try to use the public to coerce Joe Boakai into selecting you as his VP. It's wrong. Boakai.
Because should I come in?
Please, you may.
Okay. So now it's left with me. If I want to be vice president to Joe Boakai, it's left with me to sell myself to the public. The way that I'm putting myself out there, the numbers that I'm gathering from people out there, the support that I'm gathering from people out there may encourage JMB to select me as vice president to him.
Okay, so you support the campaign.
There's no need of me sitting down and say, oh, let me wait. Maybe JMB will wake up one morning and say, oh, Boakai Kamara, you be my vice president. No, because I have to campaign. I have to reach out to people. I have to convince the
ambassador. Right. It's all right. You support the people to be campaigning, basically trying to coerce. Because what they are doing, that coercion. That means the one, and you see, JMB. That means the people say, I'm going to be VPO. And you see, that means, why are you so desperate for the VP thing? So, yeah, you got a point. I view. Let him be campaigning. But we in the ALP believe that nobody should campaign or nobody should coerce JMB into, because this is coercion. Nobody should coerce JMB into who he makes as his VP. JMB should be left to decide who he wants. Okay. The VP that's somebody they make at the trust. The VP is somebody that has to bring, the person has to trust. You can't seem too desperate for it. You see, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about VP thing. You cannot seem desperate for it. It can make the person scared of you. You understand what I'm trying to say? If you make the person, if you appear too desperate for it, the candidate can be afraid of you. You got to be careful how you do it. Let me give you a story. Al Gore, not Al Gore, but Dick Cheney. He was vice president to George Bush. The way they do it in America, the party, they will set up a committee. That committee is to go out there and vet and they do a short list and bring it to the candidate. They can prepare a short list. Chief, you had a short list here of 5 people on the short list. And they put them in order, they rank them in terms of their popularity or their assets or whatever they bring to the table. And then they present the short list to the candidate, and then the candidate selects somebody from that short list. So they went to Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney was chairman of Halliburton at the time, big American company. And they asked Dick Cheney to chair the committee to do the vetting. Dick Cheney went ahead, and every list he would bring, Joe Boo would say, and I want. So in fact, some people even joke that Dick Cheney was purposefully bringing bad people. So the people he kept bringing, they were not viable candidates. So at the end of the day, when George Bush turned down, everybody Dick Cheney, bro. Then you know what Dick Cheney said? Dick Cheney said, "But yeah. Everybody, bro, he said, you not one, but yeah. That's how Dick Cheney was elected as vice president. Why? The man they put in charge of the vetting committee to go vet vice presidential candidates. Every candidate he brought, Bush said he won that one. He won that one. The man said, okay, Bobby, you not want nobody, yo. Yeah. At the end of the day, Job will say, my man, let go. That Job will talk Dick Cheney. You see it? So, you see, people say Costa can talk. That's true. We talk a lot of things. But one day, have you ever heard me campaigning for anybody to be VP here?
No.
Even my own political leader, who you've been accusing, he won't be VP. You ever heard me campaigning for Honorable Urey to be VP? Or promoting him to be VP? I've never done that here. What have I said here instead, Wakai? That we will, whoever JMB picks, we will do what? We will support that person. That has been our position. That has been our position. Whoever he picks, we will support the person. But campaigning for VP is not right. That is my view. And the thing about Henry Costa that you all have to understand is that I will express my view. You don't like it, that is your business. A lot of people have been pushing me to ask me to support their side. There are a lot of sides in the thing. A lot of people want to be VP to Joe Walker. Some people have reached out to me, pushing me to support them, but I have not settled to support anybody. And besides, I'm a member of a party. Our party has not made, we have not made a decision to support anybody for VP to Joe Walker. Our party's position was just articulated here by our political leader. And our position is that while we expect to have a voice or say in who he names as his VP, but at the end of the day, we believe that it is JMB's, it is his sole decision. The final decision rests with him to decide who he wants to carry. Nobody should shove anything down his throat. Nobody.
So, because the issue about political base or political,
and we should take some calls, Baka, please. I think we should take some calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to talk about political base? Yeah. Or you want to talk about political base? Yeah. You want to talk about the different candidates?
Yeah. Political base and political stronghold. What I'm asking you this question is, we still on a VP's issue. And what I have observed, I stand to be corrected. What I have observed over the past time, people select their vice presidential candidate based on the numbers that they bring forth to the party. That's one thing. That's what I have observed. I stand to be corrected. It based on the amount of votes that you bring towards the party to get them to where they want to go, to be the president. That was what George Weah did. He knew that Joe Howard Taylor was strong in Bond County. He went for her. He lobbied around Prince Johnson, blah, blah, blah.
Not strong now. Because all the people who want to be VP, everybody got popularity. So Jeremiah Kuhn won't be VP. Yumley won't be VP. So many other people won't be VP. They all got support. Okay? Jeremiah Kuhn gets support. Yumley gets support. So at the end of the day, one man can say, I'm the one. I get more support than the other person. Everybody who wants to be VP got popularity and support. So that one there, everybody got it. But is that the only thing you need to bring? No, you're wrong. JMB has said that his vice president has to be somebody who has honest service to country, somebody who believes in his vision for country, somebody who is a patriot. So just because anybody can get votes, so that it? No. JMB has said the kind of person he wants. So everybody who wants to be VP got some support. Everybody. Even Alex Cummings said if he wanted to be VP, he does have some support. The man got 112,000 votes the last time. So nobody alone can say, I don't want to get all the support. No, you don't. Jeremiah Kun got some. John Brown gets some. Yomli Kanga gets some. So that cannot be the deciding factor for JMB. The VP must also be able to raise money. There are two things when election begin. You talk about popularity, money, and popularity. JMB is the most viable opposition candidate for president in the country, period. That's why everybody want to be a VP, because you know why? They think that when you become JMB VP, that easy ride to the presidency after JMB. That's why they are positioned. There are people today who want to be VP to Joe Bwaka, so that they can become president. Those same people, they would never, they never fancied themselves of having a chance to be president on their own. Are you listening? Those people, the only reason why they able now to be VP is because they see easy ride. Oh, I mean, they free car going. Let me join inside and right a row. But on their own, in 2029, they will not be able to say they want to run. But they see easy opportunity. JMB, that easy, because JMB will win. So they see easy ride. Let me jump on board, because on their own, when the time comes, they will not be able to make it. So, when you say popularity alone cannot win election. Begin money. We need millions and millions of dollars. So while you are doing the campaign to be VP, you must also be telling the people that you get the money to help too. Because we all know JMB not rich. So we need to raise money. So you can't just be saying that me the people want, that all you bring in that me the people want. John Brown get people wanting too. Paul get people wanting too. My own man, you put your hand on and say you want to be VP. You know support you. And you know that?
Sure.
Exactly. So don't say popularity that you won't get base. Everybody get base. No one person get base. The fact of the matter is that the only thing you can promise. You tell the Jew say, I want to marry you. You see how handsome? That only handsome boss be that I want a woman will eat. You come to JMB and say, oh, you see, plenty people say they want for me to be VPO. But so JMB must pick you because of that. There are so many people campaigning. There's not one person, Waka. There are a lot of people. But let's go to the lines and take some calls there. Yeah.
All right, folks. 0770-102-102-86-010-383 555-102-102. The WhatsApp number is +231 888-624171. Those in the diaspora can call on our WhatsApp number +231 888-624171. Let's take our first caller here this morning. Good morning, Martina Kunante, Costa Princess. Welcome.
Mama, who said Baka, you live long? Good morning to you, good morning to leader, good morning to our many listeners. Martina Konate, Costa Princess, soon to be Senator Dot on the line this morning. Baka, thanks for having me on the line. I'm not really interested in a VP topic this morning because I leave with Joseph Baka to pick anybody. The face is not the VP, the face is the individual that will become president, that will bring the change that the Liberian people want. That VP position is just a ceremonial position. I'm not focusing on that. But Mr. Urey says something, and I want Unity Party being the biggest political opposition party in this country. They need to get on top of their game. The Unity Party is slow, and if they not be careful, no more, they're going to kill the momentum. The letter they presented yesterday is late, it's not timely, because the time the Anya had that time for you to be there for it to be. They tell other people they wanted them to come up with a strong statement. A lot of political parties condemn the Census result. But being the biggest political party, they always dragging their feet. They tell you expect them to speak. They will say that they are like nothing happening and everything is okay. If they're not ready, let them tell us. Because we're not willing to spend another 6 years on this government. The Unity Party is proving to us that they are not ready. Because they slow in everything. We must speak truth to power. Now, because now election period here, now we not speak to it. We know that what happening is affecting the masses. Unity Party need to get on top of the game. Let them show to us that they are ready for power and stop acting the one snail around here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Martina. Let's take Sekachiko, the religious advisor to the Costa Show. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Kamara, and good morning to my leader all the way there in the U.S. There is a religious advisor to the Costa Show, and I'm calling from Nicholaston this morning. I will respectfully disagree with my leader this morning, where he said that everybody got popularity. And if you mention the New Haven Pedro Costa today, when Costa appear on Barnes Bay feed today, the place is going to be upside down. But when somebody else from the radio land from any other talk show goes there, it's not going to be the same. That is how it is in a political arena. He knows that. But another thing he mentioned that I must agree with him is the finance. My man, it's not about, I bring 1,000 presidents. This thing, it need money. We need to feed those cars that are going out to the hinterland to campaign. Mm-hmm. So it's not all about popularity. I agree with the hero for that. And Boakai, something you say again that has to do with numbers, it's somehow confusive. You need number also, but you need money. Why did we complain on JMB 2017 when he handpicked this man or Emmanuel Nukwe? Because he didn't have the number. So thank you for affording me the time. The only thing I pray for is we have to do our best to put this thing together. Thank you.
Well, I can tell you this. JMB will make the right decision. That I'm sure of. He will make the right decision. And JMB is a man who is wise, is a man who believes in God. He's a man that prays about everything he does. And God will, because you see, Bwaga, you have to admit, JMB is being bombarded by so many camps. Bwaga, you don't want to be in JMB's shoes right now. You can imagine, right? Bwaga, do you envy JMB right now? No, you don't. Everybody is bombarding him. They want this, they want that, they want this. I mean, he is in a very unenviable position right now. I feel
and Costa, I know that right after he coming up with the name of his vice,
some people get angry.
There will be a lot of split again in the party because
some people will get angry.
Mm-hmm. Some people even leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people leave.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, some people leave. Yeah, some people that may be supporting him today, the moment he does not name them, they will leave. In fact, we are already hearing talk that some people are threatening that the moment they are not named. In fact, some people are already saying we will slow down on our appearance with him because it looks like he's not going to name us. All kinds of things are going on. Some people might leave. Some people will become lukewarm. If they don't leave, they will become lukewarm. A lot of things that we're hearing that you all don't even know. Let's take some calls.
All right.
If you are really loyal to JMB and to Liberia, if you pick a VP, you will stay. You will not leave.
Good morning. Hello? Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, your name is Johnny Osborne.
Oh, okay. I'm Wama. I'm calling from Anasi. I'm Wanto Wama. I know we thank you this morning for the show. Let me just tell Costa something. The ANC people raised a point before that the party does not have money. And Costa told them that they were going to raise money in America. You don't need money to win election. That was the question at the time. But I'm very disappointed and surprised with money from the party.
I never said that.
In 2017, I could have said, I told look where all the money they made to win election. No, people spend money here. The most important thing is the number. That's the number we're looking for. So they think yesterday, they aligned yesterday, it was good, and we support them. And what we want, because we don't want to remain in the street for the next 6 more years. Okay. So Costa, I beg you, stop with the propaganda.
Thank you so much. I don't know where you're coming from. Let's take this person. Good morning.
For propaganda.
What about
Your name is calling from.
Good morning to Leader Harry Costa. I'm Thomas William calling from Minnesota.
Okay.
I want to disagree respectfully with Mr. Urey and Leader Harry Petro Costa this morning. Let's be very, very honest. You know, Mr. Urey was a little bit paradoxical. Like he was contradicting when he said that the right to have a vice president is exclusively for Joseph Yuma Bwaka. And at the same time, when he said that the ALP has to have a say in who becomes vice president, I see it as being paradoxical. But let me go to the main issue. Let's be very honest here. Mr. Urey is qualified to be president for Liberia. Yombli Kanga is also qualified to become Liberia president. Jeremiah Kun is also qualified. All of them, they are all qualified. But what did they do? They waived that constitutional right given to them to become president for the common interest of Liberia and decide to support Mr. Joseph Yuma Bwaka. Let's be very, very honest in the discussion. I think it is about time that this right to exclusively fund a vice president should be waived by Joseph Yuma Bwaka. It's politics. They have to do a give and take. This issue as to who becomes vice president, it should not be exclusively a right of Mr. Bwaka at this time in this collaboration, given that other people who have their constitutional right have given it up in the interest of Liberia and supporting Joseph Bwaka. Okay. Now it is about time that Mr. Urey, Yombli Kanga, or Jeremiah Kun have a major say as to who become the vice president. That's why I did.
Look at Jeremiah Kun. When Jeremiah Kun came on board, no, don't even go there.
There is about time opposition or the people who are supporting the vice president have a major say. Historically, this vice president is not noted for making good decisions when it comes to certain vice president. And we don't want repetition. So all these people who are supporting Joseph Bwaka, who are forgoing their constitutional right to support Joseph Bwaka, should have a major input.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay, yeah, let me just say something to Tom Will. I mean, I'm enjoying the conversation this morning. And some people don't like that we're talking this, but I don't really care. Tom Will, you struck some good points. But I disagree with you respectfully on one point you struck. You said that JMB should waive his right. His constitutional right should be waived. His constitutional right to make the final say, the final decision as to who becomes his VP. I disagree with you, Tom Will. No. JMB should not waive his right. I don't think people should have, because they've been supporting JMB, they should be the ones to decide who JMB makes the VP. I don't agree. The Constitution is not wrong by saying that the candidate must choose his VP, must have the exclusive right. I don't think the Constitution was wrong. I don't think anybody should dictate to JMB who he makes his running mate. And Tom Will, you mentioned something else that I like to say. In the interest of fairness, you cannot put Yombli and Jeremiah Kun in the same basket in terms of right of, in terms of who's got a greater right to this thing. Yombli been around ever since then Jeremiah Kun. And you know what I'm trying to say, Bwaka? You can't put Yombli and Kun. When Kun started coming around just a few days, and he came around only because we're hearing that they say he wants to be VP too, which is his right. But Yombli and Kun, you can't put the two of them in the same basket. You know, yeah, you can't do that. You see, the thing about some of you too, is that you the people, you don't like to discuss certain things. You're okay with people campaigning to be VP. Bwaka Kamara is okay with people campaigning to be VP. But for us to discuss that people campaigning to be VP is not okay. Bwaka, and you are you listening to what they're saying? It's okay for them to campaign for their favorite candidate to be VP, their choice. But it's not okay for us to say that it is not okay for people to campaign, you think I will listen to you? Plenty people not true side. But most of the people say whoever Bwaga carry, they will carry the person. Some of y'all get side already. Like you're the one calling me, y'all calling me, but anybody who campaigning, there are lots of people campaigning. It's okay for you to tell you, but it's not okay for me to tell my And it's okay that you can say that John Tobacco should be the VP. Because when I say, I ain't say John Tobacco should not be the VP. I'm only saying that people should stop campaigning for him. You see? So that's the point. You ain't allowed to be fair. You're not being fair to us. You say, we not talk our own. We're not saying nobody might be VP. You only get the right to want to be VP. They don't get a right to want to be VP. Anybody got a right to want to be VP. Anybody got it right. That's the reason I said the VP thing here, I'm not campaigning for nobody to be VP. Because that's small trouble it was going to cause. Because you know what happened, Bwaga? The other people have publicly, some of them have publicly gone ahead and say, the publicly gone ahead and declare support for their candidate for VP. But the day Henry Costa will say that this person, I want to be VP. Bwaga. The day, if I were to ever say that John Brown, I want John Brown to be the VP, you know, some people are angry with me just because they say I'm not supporting them to be VP. Bwaga. Some people are angry. I had to leave a chat room the other day. I had to leave a chat room that I'm in. You know why I left the chat room, Bwaga? Because they are angry that I'm not supporting them. They are wait now. We are all supporting JMB for president. Me, that my focus. You're focus that you're VP. That you're me, my focus that Joe Bwaga being president. Then all of y'all calling y'all say that the person you want to be the VP. Every day you're talking, I can't talk. Every day you're talking, I can't talk. I say I want a person. I say I want a person. I say nothing. One day, Bwaga, I go say and I support a person. Hey! Why will Costa say it will not be that person? Hey, Bwaga, it got so nasty, I just left the chat room. You see, these are things, Costa, don't talk. Why all day you say Costa will not talk? You can talk, but I will not talk. You can talk, but I will not talk. You say you want John Brown. Every day, I want John Brown. I want John Brown. I want John Brown. One day, I finally say, okay, I don't want John Brown. Hey, my people, why did Costa say I want John Brown? Waka, I had to leave the chat room. See the insults from some of them. The attacks that people who we are in the same camp. Because I say I don't support their choice for VP. My man. It was not easy. So the issue here is, and these are not ordinary people. These are big people in Unity Party, in Liberty Party, in other. But why I must say, I don't want that person. So here is the point now. Why are you intimidated when I say I don't want something that you want? You say you want Kasali, I say I don't want Kasali, then you get tell me why I must say I don't want Kasali. So I don't support your choice. And you know what, Bwaga? I intended to never ever tell them that I don't support their choice. And I will not say who, but you know what they did? They forced me that day. I said it now. You're dancing around me, my man. Bwaga, man. Yeah, we get the man. We get Bwaga. Everything he thought I can't talk. Then one day I just say, okay, I now want to say, hey, Bwaga, you should have seen what happened in the chat room. Man, and you know, let me tell you something. It's possible that I may have just been pulling your legs because you're aggravating me. It's possible that I may have just been pulling your legs because you're aggravating me. That's all. It's possible.
Will you be If you would get
one of my brothers there laughing, he was in the chat room. You see, the thing is, sometimes you can say you not want something just to make some profit, right? It's possible. It's possible. It's possible that I may have just been reacting because you're me vex. It's possible. So don't make your friend bet. You start teasing me. Or everybody, because you feel almost everybody in the chat room say that person they want. So you're getting fed. Why I say I don't want this. My own candidate, but I tell you, my own candidate for VP now, my candidate not born yet. But I tell you.
So if we get up one morning and then we just notice that you have been handpicked by JMB to serve as his vice presidential.
Now what you want?
I'm asking you this question.
No. Hey, my man. I was asking you. Asking question too. That what you want? I thought I'm running for senator.
Yeah, but you can make a good vice president, even though you are running for senator. But if
that your view, you are entitled to your view, but that's not a discussion here, brother.
If we get up one morning,
don't open that Pandora box here, you bought. You open that Pandora box, you not be able to close it.
We've been having a discussion.
They will say that what I say, that what Costa want, I'll beg you. Yeah, don't start here.
Costa, we are having a discussion, and this is my view. I'm trying to, ask questions. If we just get up one morning, we notice that Henry Costa have been picked for the vice presidential position.
I don't know that. I have not put myself forward for VP. I'm not pushing for it. I'm not campaigning for it.
Okay, my question.
I'm running for senator.
Will you welcome it?
I have not put myself forward. I will not speak to hypotheticals. I will not speak to hypotheticals. Oh, I see some people say, oh, but yeah, but Costa could be VP, but he is broke. So that there are no conditions because use the money. And I said popularity not enough. So the other person say, yeah, okay, but Costa could be VP, but he broke. So yeah, well, I broke that too. I don't get money. But that's true. I am not rich. I ain't got money, but you all you know. Nobody in the quarters of police. I'm going for VP talking, man. Everybody just be talking. Look, I'm enjoying this all morning. Support them fair. You know what makes support them fair? Support, yeah, that Sam Udu. That's exactly what my people are trying to do here. He's trying to entrap me. I will not fall for his entrapment. They Boga come out begin a bar begin. That bar begin. Yeah, I mean, say suppose get out one morning and they cost up a VP. My man.
Yeah, but Costa. But Costa, okay, I tell me, Costa.
Listen to me.
You told me.
This is what I was saying to you. This is what I was saying to you. I am running for senator in the most politically important county in the entire country. 1.9 million voters. I mean, 1.9 million people. Possibly 1 million voters in Monserrate County. So, where I am extremely popular, and I have a good chance of winning in Monserrate County. The incumbent senator, how many radio polls have been done since we declared to run for senator?
A lot.
About 9 or 10. Who did the poll? We did the poll. We did the poll. Who did the poll?
Out of radio stations.
How many of those polls Sir Joseph won against me?
None.
0. Since we declared, we were out of the country for 2 years. In the most important county in the whole country, with about 1 million voters. Every single radio poll. Some people don't say the radio poll not important, but during Dylan time when Dylan was running, and I see radio poll then told Dylan will win. You recall?
Yes.
And you remember? I beat Sir Joseph in every single radio poll. So the position that I'm running for, I saw what I wanted. But I'm not here to say I'm running for VP. Why I'm running for senator?
Costa.
Yes, sir.
Costa, you always say that you want to be president of the Republic of Liberia.
Some people accusing you, they say you're working for Sir Joseph. Because I running against Sir Joseph to beat the man. Then you Baga asking me to move from the position to go to different position because you want Sir Joseph to win the seat. You Baga, you bad begin.
So Costa, you always say that you want to be president for the Republic of Liberia.
Yeah.
And the way to the presidency is this. Anybody that will go as vice to Joseph Boakai is capable of being the president in 2029. You normally see this on the show. So what I'm asking you this question, okay, so what I'm asking this question is, you have the potential of wanting to be somebody, and then this is the way to get there. So now, if you're handpicked by Joseph Boakai, my question is, will you welcome the idea? Will you work along with him in serving as vice president? Yes or no? Because you already said you want to become president.
You still go back to the same question.
Costa. That's the only easy route now. So
no, it's not the only easy route. But when God got something for you, is it me? I believe in God. My whole faith is in God. I am nothing without God. If God say you will be something, when Sarah, the wife of Abraham, when she could not bear children, Sarah was 90 years old when Sarah gave birth. They had to take the Egyptian slave girl, Hagar, to give a child. Jacob, I believe, Esau was the baby she born for. Look, there is nothing God cannot do. If God say I will be president, I will be president. I ain't got to be vice president to be president. God can take me from. God send Samuel to the house of Jesse and say that little boy David is the one I want to be king. God look at the big brother and all the other people who are looking like they qualify one. Now God can do when God ready begin. When God ready, he can go for the people who you not even expect, and the one God can choose. This I will tell you, the person that Joe Biden will pick as his vice president, that the person that God wants. You hear what I say? The person that Joe Biden will pick as his running mate is the person that God wants. Period. Lead that team. So all the team, everybody, I want it. God get a choice. Begin. So I'm not suffering for Jesse. I'm not hurting my head. I'm running for senator. That's the one I'm running for. Oh man, I said Esau. Oh, Esau was not the son of Isaac. Esau. Wait. Ishmael, you're right. That Ishmael. Hey, I think. Hey man, anything like E. I just made mistake small again. You'll be correcting me. Okay, yeah, thank you. Esau. Okay, that was Jacob. Okay. Oh, then you have Ishmael. Okay, Ishmael was the son of Hagar, the Egyptian slave girl, and then later on Isaac was born. Sarah born Isaac. Y'all thank you. Well, yeah, we did Bible study hours and Sunday school a long time been. But I'm enjoying the conversation there for the blogger. Any other question? The blogger being all kind of questions. The guy when you're ready to ask a question, then bring it on, blogger. Bring it on. Okay, blogger, I got a question for you. Why everybody who running for VP want for Costa to support them to be VP? Just answer that question. All the people that want to be Joe Biden, why are they asking? Why do they want my support for VP?
Because Costa have the influence, Costa have the voice, that he can lead people to do what.
Oh, so Costa got influence, Costa got voice, Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's the major opposition figure that have the voice and making the changes in the opposition camp. So that's why I think everybody want to.
Okay. Then I have another question. Then why when I say I'm not supporting their side, why they can get valid? Why they be causing me when I say I'm not supporting their side?
Okay, so for instance, I want a position as co-host, and I know the person that can make me to get a position as co-host. Trying to leave my camp, I become disappointed in the person. But the person leaving my camp and not supporting me in it, Costa, that's a bad message for me. That's a bad sound for me that, oh, Costa is leaving my camp. Costa is not supporting me to become the co-host of the show. So that's why you see they become frustrated.
But hold on now. Costa, like that one man. You get all the other people that in the chat room. Let's talk about the chat room, for example. You get 80% of the people in the chat room say they're supporting your candidate. But then one man say you're not supporting your candidate, then everybody get very start causing me. So why now? Please tell me why.
Yeah, because they need your support. They need you. You are the one probably leading the campaign to get that person to where they want to be. So if you say you are not supporting, they become disappointed.
I swear to God. Big. Look, let me tell you, we are just playing some fun here, man. Y'all don't take it too seriously. But I'll tell you this. Anybody that His Excellency JMB chooses, I will support the person. Yeah. So
but you don't have anybody in mind that you want to be.
Go and tell me that one here.
But all of the people that have been reaching out to you, don't you think they are capable of being the vice president?
I got preference, but it's not my place to tell JMB who to make a VP. It is not my place to tell him who he should make a VP. But should we be consulted? As my political leader said, yes, we should be consulted. But it is not our place to dictate to him. It is his, yeah. JMB will accord us that deference and that courtesy and that respect. But it is not our place to dictate to him.
Yeah, but I think you should start setting your agenda, because for me, I believe you can be a good VP.
It's your right. And I respect it. And thanks for the confidence. But and again, I don't support campaigning for VP. So please do not start a campaign yet.
Okay, but for me, I support campaigning for VP. So
you're right. Baga, you're back. Okay, since Baga supports campaigning for VP, and he and I both share the platform, he got a right to campaign. But me, I will not engage his campaign. Also, bro, keep asking the question that I'm broke. So the only reason you say, because I'm smart, because I'm popular, but he broke, he can't be VP. Okay, I see. All right. So that means no broke person should be VP Baga. Do you agree with that? Everybody say no. The only thing they say, yeah, because I could be good VP, but because I broke. Oh, okay. Okay. So
yeah, you said two things can run the election: money
and popularity.
Popularity.
So we got one, but we not get the.
Have the popularity already. Just
the money we're not get. Okay. Hey, heavens, OPA and fall. Let the manna fall from the heavens. So is it Baga want me to move from here so he can take over this show here? That's what he want to. Yeah, that's what he want to. Let me want to take over the show and change the show in the way. Stand and say amen and we're to change the show. Stand and say amen and we're to overthrow you. Yeah, Baga bringing a barbecue. You see the idea Baga using here? He want me to be VP or to be Tony and so he can take over the show here.
They wanted to change show name from Spoon Talk to Everybody Talk. So he said no.
Well, that's true. We don't have money. But also, plenty of other people who want to be VP, they don't get money too. Allah Baga and all of us, bro. But the other people get money.
Nobody.
They don't get money too. Yeah, they're not my one broke. Everybody broke in like bro.
To be a VP, you should come with cash, and that shouldn't be less than millions of dollars. If not, how much can you bring on table? You can bring a few thousands of dollars. What you would do? Just to fuel the cars for your inferior counties, you know how much, how many, you know how many gallons of gas will you for your loafer, and we have to go there continuously. So, as we reach the heat of the election, I can say, Papi, nothing there you.
Look, we're having a good time, but we are about to go now. Seriously, sometimes you need to take the thing lightly. People should be able to just have a conversation, just talk, you know. But there's something else I know now. JMB, not somebody who can sell position for money, but it will not be that he will sell his position for money, but JMB is somebody who will go for somebody who shares in his principles and his values for the country. But money is important. Principle can win election too. You see, you got to think about it too, so you got to balance it. You understand? But money is very, very key. We need to raise millions of dollars. At least we need about $10 million on the conservative side. My man, when you ask him, how many do we need to raise money, and how much do we need for the campaign so many can call big money? We need 20 million. I said, Jesus, 20 million. Or I would say, our property they will not get 20 million. Okay, so many can call big money. What? Yeah. But on the conservative side, I would say $10 million. Because JMB is extremely popular with the people. And the people don't want money from him, but we need logistics. We need poll watching. It's expensive. I would say $10 million. How many do the VP should bring? How many do JMB should raise? From JMB side, how many should bring? How many? 5 to 10 million. Yeah, about 5 million would be too small. I would say 10. For us to be comfortable, I would say $10 million. But how many do you think the VP should bring? The VP.
The VP can be like $4 million.
Then JMB can bring this.
Who the VP ought to raise $4 million?
You can't say that. You can't overlook anybody. You can't overlook Youngly. You can't overlook Jeremiah. You can't overlook anybody. Don't do that. Because you don't know.
$4 million. Where are they going to get that money from? Where? The thing is that Costa, you have to be connected.
But here's what I really believe. This trouble will be on our head, all of our head. Are you listening to me? All of our head. Would I support a VP who can bring no money? No. You got to bring money to help my papi. Because if you're not bringing money to help my papi, how will they get free job? You not bring nothing to the table. You can't just say I get votes. That you won't get votes. Everybody get votes. So you got to be able to bring something to the table as well. Monia Kishan, Mr. Urey say he won't be VP, yeah? So just forget that one. Y'all leave my papi alone. See, he does not want to be VP. He just want the right thing done, and he wants a good VP to Joe Wakai. So that's the point, Wakai. So yes, we need about $10 million. And I think the VP should bring about 35-40% of that money, and JMB can bring 60-65% of that money. That's it. You think? But no longer where Babon draw. Wakai. Eh? You want JMB alone to find all the money? Then he can make you VP? Eh? No. I beg you, yeah. Bring money, yo. Yeah, Thomas, VP should be about character and all of that too. But we want you must have character, you must have everything, you must bring money too. What kind of thing they talking so? Look at my brother Thomas say, what kind of hear that kind of thing Thomas talking? That character will eat. That character will pour inside the car then to go. That they pour water then that character will pay them. Character is important, but character alone is not enough. We need money. So you will not put all the trouble on my papa JMB here to go find all the money to make you VP, to give you a solid chance to be president after him. You must just get presidency for free. But you be fair?
No.
Ain't that fair? You must have character. You must have patriotism. As JMB said, you must be committed to country as he is. But trust me, you must also be able to bring money. You got to be able to bring money. You already are. If you not bring money, then you put all the trouble on my papa head. When you put all the trouble on my papa head, then that means all that too will carry that trouble. You by here right terror, you send the car moving, the AC blowing you. You're not even put guys out. We're not doing that one. Bring millions, a few $1 million to the table and say, Papa, we have to help you. We really believe in you. Yeah. Carry on. Yes, something here? Let's go. Okay. And when you go direct, when you go for woman, then you can pay direct. You, when you got married the last time, I went out to your ceremony.
You're there.
Okay. And they ask all of us from your side. A good example. I was to Baga wedding, beautiful Islamic wedding, the first I've ever been to. When they got ready to give that beautiful bride to my man Baga, they say all the men, all the groom people.
Yeah.
That one person can pay the daro.
No.
All I was putting it inside, man. What do you put inside? I put Fred Bob. Yeah. Because we value the woman. The woman is very important to us, so we show that, yeah, bring money.
Yeah. So when you want to be the vice president, where you'll be flying with Seri oil around here, whoa. Bring money.
Bring money. Your budget alone will be when you vice president, your budget at 2.5 million.
I tell you.
Bring money. I will finish telling them that go bring money. My brother, I've been doing that woman. They was sending right there together to Baga wedding. Yeah. They say what Davido say? He said love sweet, but when money enter love,
it's sweet pass.
It can be sweeter. Love sweet. That song he made for Chioma. When he get Chioma the Range Rover, he said love sweet, but when money enter love, love can be sweeter. Bring money. Thank you, folks. God bless you all. Have a good day. And hey, don't go to the TN now and say we want chocolate. Yeah, don't go through that way. They're talking, but we are also talking facts. You all know that. But we're not against anybody. Whoever JMB picks, if JMB picks Youngly, we'll support a ticket. If JMB picks whoever he wants to pick, we'll support a ticket. My only thing is, when JMB picks somebody, don't run away. But let's say that one year before we go. I think we made that sound document said that a JMB not pick, then the man run away. Why?
No escaping. That's true. No leaving the collaboration.
A JMB not pick whoever he does not pick, and the man run away. They must stay because he can only pick one VP. It can only be one person. So if JMB does not pick you, don't run away. Don't run away. My political leader has already said it. He said he won't be VP. So for Europe, he's not going nowhere.
We have a lot of names. We have a lot of names that vying for the position. Who knows? We could get up. We see Boakai Cummins, Boakai Costa, Boakai Gonglo, Boakai Yombli, Boakai Kun. A lot of names, but you have to come with money.
Yeah. Don't run away. You gotta come with money. You show money, you enter. you gotta pay to the door. And they say, okay, you hear that? We love JMB. We believe in his vision. Now we're supporting him to be president. Yes. When they not pick you for VP, don't run away. Prove your loyalty. I see you. Bye-bye.